Okay, we are back talking about Marvel Snap once again. Now, I know almost every YouTuber and their mother has covered this, but I'm going to share my opinions on the Spotlight caches that are coming to Marvel Snap, what they are, how you acquire them, things like that. And toward the end, I will give my final opinion as well as throughout my opinion on it. So let's start with what the Spotlight caches are. Spotlight Cache is a brand new way to acquire the newly released cards in Series 4 and Series 5. It doesn't say Series 3 mostly because I imagine that they have the Series 4 and Series 5 are in there, I imagine, because there's other way to get Series 3, like the free Series 3 or the normal pooling method. Spotlight Cache System will appear after you passed collection level 500. A Spotlight Cache will replace the collector's cache and collected cache reserves every 120 collector level. So that means every 120, wait, it says every 120 collector level, right? So that means, this means that only this means that 1 in every 10 collected reserves are becoming spotlight caches, which is good. It's basically like a guaranteed pity system, if you will. I could be wrong, correct me in the comment section below, but that's what it sounds like to me. A pity system. Let's continue reading. Why are spotlight caches so exciting? The answer is the cards. Each week, 3 different Series 4 and Series 5 cards will be featured, including the new card released that week. Now, that is actually very cool, in my opinion, including the new card, like we already read that. When you open a Spotlight cache, you're guaranteed to open one of the 3 cards, or a random Series 4 or Series 5 card. If you already own one of the featured cards, the Spotlight cache will instead feature a time exclusive Spotlight variant for the featured card. Now, I emphasis on time exclusive because that makes me think that you can only potentially get up to 4 Spotlight caches per month, or maybe it means timed as in that month you can only get. That could be the case. But if you can, then I feel like that will push more people to use all 4, because, okay, so 120 will make 260. 120 and 120 at 240. What am I thinking? And then we have 360. Then we have 480. So 480. So basically, you want to get at least 500 collected rank a month. So that's something. Oh well. Anyway, let's move on. How Spotlight caches will work. I like this illustration. I'm on the SnapZone website, by the way, in case you're wondering. I'll leave a link in the description below. But yeah, each week there's a new Spotlight cache with 4 cards. Each of them have 25% chance. These are examples of Series 4 and Series 5 cards. That's it, the new card in this scenario. And then this is, wait a minute, it's even more than I thought. It's even worse than I thought. When you open a Spotlight Cache, you will get one of these cards. Could be the new card or the whatnot. Now that you have opened the card, there is no longer the cache. So basically, that since you already have that card, that cache doesn't exist anymore. In a sense that you have the better option of getting the 3 other ones. They increase it to 33.33%. You'll continue to open Spotlight caches. So basically, if you open 4 a week, you're guaranteed the new card, and either Series 4, Series 5, or if you're Series 4, Series 5 complete, or the offerings for the week are complete, then if I'm understanding this right, then that means you will get a cool variant. Let's see. Hey, you opened 4 Spotlight caches and collected all 4 rewards from this pool. The random 4-5 series, and yeah, okay. Now that you have all the base cards, the rewards will replace with variants for the new reward pool. The end. Like I said, I really like this animation. This cartoon art style thing. It's kind of fun, honestly. Okay, anyway, so now we are comparing the old system to the new system. Let's see. You might be asking, why are you making this change? And then the answer, the simple answer, they want to bring more players to pull more cards to more players. And this system helps make that possible for all players, no matter where they're at in their journey. Whether you're still working through Series 3 or you have nearly all Series 4, Series 5 cards, you'll see an increase in cards earned with the change to Spotlight Cache. If you're a free-to-play player that completes your daily activities, you can expect to get a Series 4 slot Series 5 card from your Spotlight Cache almost every week. This is a huge increase from having to grind 6,000 tokens to get a single Series 5 card all month in the old system. Okay, so let me get that straight. According to them, if you do your dailies every single day, I've actually done my dailies most days, so if you do your dailies every day, you can roughly per day get around, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can roughly get around 500, which is enough to rank up a card to infinite, and then that will give, what, 8? Or is it 10? Either 8 or 10, then that will be at least 1 rank. So every day will be 10, and then there's 7 days in a week. So then we have 70, of course. So if I do it every day, it will only be 70, but I need 120, which means I'm going to be short 40. Okay, so that's the thing. But with that said, you could, in theory, make up the 40 with the extra weekly challenger thing that they do. So in theory, you could possibly get this. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not as easy for free-to-play players as you think. I'll touch more on that later on. If you want to hear like a small rant/math calculation at the end, I'll leave time code to all of this, so feel free to skip to the very end if you want that. Old system, 1 series, 4 card. New system, 2 to 3, series 4/series 5 cards. And then Spotlight variant. The Spotlight variant, that seemed pretty cool, Variety of avatar titles and a rare variant. 800 tokens for, wait. Oh yeah, I guess those would be in the regular caches, right? The tokens and the credits and the titles and the avatars. Okay. Spotlight caches and numbers, blah blah blah. Old system, new system. Yeah. Okay. Every card release is impactful and accessible. One of the main feedback topics. Didn't feel like engage with the card every week, because actually that is very true in the feedback. You hear this a lot in the Marvel Snap community, because it is true. The current system, most players, unless they get lucky with the caches or spent months saving up collector tokens, couldn't really get a Series 4, Series 5 card right away. The exception, of course, is the, player that pay money. I'm talking more about the free-to-play players. Okay, like I said, I'll get more into that in the end. Your collection, your way. What is it, Burger King? Forget I said that. Okay. Where we all know you like to target which cards you'll add to your collection. This isn't being removed. Featured Series 4 or Series 5 cards in Spotlight Cache give you the perfect opportunity to add cards you've been looking for to your collection. Have you been hoping to get the mighty Thanos to lead your growing army of heroes and villains? When Thanos is being featured in the Spotlight Cache, opening one that week gives you 1 in 4 chance to end Thanos. That's interesting, actually. Opening another will give you 1 in 3 chance, and if you open 4, you are guaranteed to get the featured Series 4, Series 5 card of the week, including Thanos. Wait. Did that just go off of featured? Because that's pretty cool, honestly. Because it's always a featured Series 4 card. There's always Series 4 or Series 5 card. There's always a featured card of the week. There is even always a featured variant. So does it go off of that for everything? Because that would be pretty cool. While the collection level track in Spotlight Cache system will be your primary source for new card to add to your collection, collected tokens and token shop will still exist as a backup support system for unlocking targeted cards. As part of the change, we're increasing the overall availability of cards, decreasing the emphasis on token shop, and decreasing the collector token that players will receive in other ways. If a card has been eluding you in the Spotlight Cache, spending collector tokens in the token shop is another path to target the exact card you want, but those will be your primary card acquisition tools. So spend them carefully and wisely. Upgrade card to get more cards. That's basically how the whole thing works. We want you to continue the excitement of your progressing your collection score through the early collection level track. For many established players, they miss the excitement of earning new cards in the collection level track. So we're going back to our roots. Upgrade cards to get more cards. Think of this as a more enjoyable experience, provide clear goals, and again, bring more cards to more players. We think the Spotlight Cash system will be a huge improvement to card acquisition for all Marvel Snap players. We've been talking about card acquisition changes for a while now, and you probably noticed a few changes while we've been exploring how to make this a better experience for all players. As always, this is an process, and we plan on continuing to change things up and improve the system. Please keep sharing your thoughts and feedback so we can deliver on the forever game we believe Marvel Snap can be. Okay, so hit the main section FAQ. What happens to saved collected caches and collected reserves when the change happens? Any saved... Wait, hold on. Let's see. Any saved collector's caches or collected reserves will be turned into spotlight caches at the appropriate rate once the new system is live. Every 4 collector's cache will now contain 2 Series 3 or below cards. Wait, every 4 collected caches will now contain, let's see, 2 Series 3 or below cards, 100 collected tokens, 1 credits box that contains 150 or 200 credits. Every 9 collected reserves now contain 2 Series 3 or below cards, 100 tokens, 3 credit box containing 150 or 200, and then 3 cosmetic. Will Series 4 and 5 still appear in the collected reserves? All Series 4 and Series 5 cards are moving into the Spotlight Cache. Spotlight Cache replaces the current system and results in more cards for more players. Are there fixed odds of finding Series 4 or Series 5 cards? Think of the Spotlight Cache like a bag of 4 items. You pull out one at a time at random, each of them having equal chances to be picked. You'll have a 25% chance to get one of those, then a 33% chance to get the remaining options, then a 50% chance, and then finally 100% chance. Once the bag is empty, we will fill it back up with 4 items, with Spotlight caches released. Whether something is Series 4, Series 5, or is a variant does not impact the drop chance. We want to see how the system plays out. Will I know about the Spotlight Cache rewards ahead of time? We plan to announce the weekly Spotlight rewards pool at the start of each season. We hope that this will allow you to plan ahead and get excited for what's coming in each season of Marvel Snap. How does it interact with, flexible series drop? That requires a healthy supply of Series 4 and Series 5 cards to function, more than our previous system could maintain over time. The recent reduction in series drop frequency for cards from Series 4 to Series 3 ensures that we can continue giving away this many cards through spotlight caches at this pace. We will announce any series drop. So basically this is the reasoning why they haven't dropped many Series 4 to Series 3. Okay? And yeah, this video is already long, but I do want to take some time to talk about what I think about this whole thing. Honestly, I think it's a pretty good system. It's going to allow me and presumably everyone else to get cards a bit easier. Now, the only downside is if you're 100% free to play, then it's kind of interesting because I feel like it's going to push some people over the edge in the sense of, that very first hurdle of spending money on Marvel Snap. I feel like it's going to push some people to that because, okay, let's say you get unlucky and you get cards, Series 4 cards you think are useless or not the one you want. And then in the final grab bag, there's 100% chance for you to get that card. But you don't have the weeks about to rotate, and you don't have the collection level. You just need 1,000 more credits or something to get the collection level, but you're out of credits, and then you see this bundle. 2 hours left to get the bundle. It gives you, surprise, 1,000 credits, exactly what you need. Then you can get the card that you want. You're like, oh, it's just $5, it's just $10, and in return you get that card you want. So yeah, that's just something that is interesting to me. I'm not saying that the goal is to convert free-to-play players into non-free-to-play players, but it does pose that potential issue for free-to-play players and low spending players as well, because I feel like I could run into that scenario. I'm definitely not a free-to-play player, but I would be considered a low spender player, and I definitely, like I said, can see myself running into that issue. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think this will be an interesting system, okay? I feel like more people will have access to more cards. That is true. It's definitely more pluses than negatives, but I am a bit weary. I do have to see that there are more negatives. Also, if I'm being perfectly honest, if they don't have a good supply of new cards or variants, then they might have to really dig into the Marvel Snap archive. But that's okay. Marvel Snap has millions of superheroes. I mean, I don't know if you guys know that, but Santa's a Marvel character. Yeah, Santa's considered um super class mutant. Yeah, I believe that's what they're called. Yeah, yeah. But I digress. I'm going to actually end it here. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.